Alright, hey YouTube. Today I want to start off my brand new series of things I've got going on. And for this one, I told you guys, well, I might have mentioned it before, but I got some guys together from the clan and we're going to officially start doing a podcast type thing with an awesome, pretty name that I think. Anise came up with the name and it was pretty awesome. It definitely stuck with it. And so pretty much, I guess we'll talk about that first. Anise, you want to go ahead and kind of tell the origin of the name?
All right. Hey, you guys, it's PakiRican, and I don't even remember the exact date. What we were doing, we were just sitting there,
Oh, it was a
and
couple
we're
weeks.
playing Black Ops, right? And I guess we were just doing work on people. I mean, smashing. We usually do, but we were probably doing work that day, and we just sat there. We're like, all right, we need to. Eli came up with the name PAW, professional ass waxer.
Paul.
So, paw. So we go paw. Just so happens Black Ops has a bear paw on their emblem, so we're rocking that. Along with our KIZ, we got the PAW, got the KIZ, and we're doing work right now. So when Eli came to me with the fact, hey, we're gonna do a podcast, I was like, hold on, podcast, PAWKDAST, podcast, perfect. So we're sticking with that. We're running the podcast. Kamikazes are coming through. We got Carl with us also. Shout out to Carl. Go ahead.
What's going on, YouTube? Vengeful Torture here.
Go ahead and if you guys, anybody out there in a Monster Hunter, definitely go check out his channel. I'll leave a link in the description below. Got some pretty sick
Appreciate
videos
it.
out there for you guys. I got you, Carl. No, I got you, bro. It's all good.
Gotta get them subs up.
Got some love going
Right?
on. But definitely. All right, so that's pretty much the origin of the name. And all right, so for this episode, we're going to talk about a couple of key things. I'll go ahead and mention them real quick. We're going to talk about the first thing we're going to talk about is the Killzone 3 open beta that was just announced today, actually. We're recording this on Friday, so it was just announced today. And you guys can definitely bet your asses that I'm going to be getting some footage for that for you guys. And judging by the popularity of the other videos, it should be doing pretty well. We'll see exactly how well it does. People... I think last time was pretty much only open to Plus members, so everyone's gonna have this one. So there might be a lot more videos out there, but you guys know where to come to for the good shit, though. So I'll
Hell
be
yeah.
seeing you guys around for sure. The second thing we'll talk about is Crisis 2. The multiplayer trailer was just debuted today for that, and the shenanigans that we call the Xbox 360 exclusive demo. Who? Yeah, fuck that. What else? We got Bob. So we're gonna be doing a little DLC rundown and a state of address kind of thing, I guess you could call it, because it's there's some stuff to talk about with that, definitely. I'm gonna touch on Mortal Kombat. Official release date was announced today, so that should be pretty cool. I'm pretty excited for that. We're gonna talk about Portal, and then to wrap it up, we're gonna talk about and give our kind of rundown of what we're most looking forward to this year. So. Got some good amount of things to talk about, so let's go ahead and hop right into it. Carl, Killzone 3 beta coming up. Couple weeks here. How you feeling about it?
Oh, I'm feeling great. And I think it comes out, what did I say, like the 2nd of February, something like that?
Yep.
And it'll last through the 14th, which is, good 2 weeks, decent amount of time. Probably just like a final tweaking, get it out there, because, it comes out full game on the 22nd.
Right.
And it's, like you said, it's going to be open to everyone, so everyone can download it. So that'll really put the test on the servers and see how that goes, the matchmaking and all that. I'm really looking forward to see how that works out.
Right.
Because as we remember in the beta,
Oh.
the
There was
alpha code
matchmaking in
beta,
the beta?
oh, I don't know.
They
Didn't seem
talked
like
about
it.
that.
It was a disaster.
It was a little rough. It was a little rough.
Hopefully they have all the kinks worked out, and a few probably might be left, and they're gonna sort those out here. But
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Definitely.
Mech spawn camping. Hey,
That was a mess.
We'll see if they fix a tactician or not.
Did they? Okay. So I did hear that Carl. I think you mentioned on our forum that they took out the Frozen Dam
Yeah,
for the open
they
beta.
I think they're keeping the other two maps, and they might be throwing another one in there. I didn't really read the whole thing, but from what I gathered, is Frozen Dam is out of the demo, which means the operation mode that we love so much might not be in there as well. unless it's included on one of the old maps or a new map that they might or may not throw in.
Okay.
Which that kind of bums me out because I mean, Operation was our favorite game mode. That is just sweet, you know.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, and I was talking to Anissa about it earlier, and on the main Killzone 3 website, they announced all the multiplayer maps and the modes for those maps. Did you see that?
Oh, I did not see that. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. There's I think there's 8 maps altogether that come that are new, and then there we get for pre-ordering. I think you get 2 of the older maps also, which I
Oh,
don't
that's
think
what's
they've
up.
announced which 2 yet, but um, yeah,
Should be
definitely
sweet.
there's 2 from the Killzone 2 also. So
Awesome.
should be cool. And then I know one thing that me and Anise are really looking forward to for Killzone, which I know he doesn't have the money right now, but he's gonna find a way to get the money for it. Is the co-op? Definitely the
I'm
co-op.
a little broke.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
It happens. All these games.
Yeah, I know
No,
the
it's rough, but the co-op, it's kind of confusing because you look at online and it tells you, like first they say split screen, so technically that would mean only 2 people, but in some sources they say, oh, but they have 4 players. So does that mean only online? You know, is
Yeah.
is there going to be a separate story, or is it, what's going on? Like, I haven't seen any concrete saying, information that says, okay, only 2 people, because I have seen a number 4 next to co-op being described as Killzone 3. So as of right now, I don't know. If it's only 2, that's kind of bummy, but
yeah,
they're gonna do whatever works with their co-op. But if it's
Hmm.
4, we already know us 3 are running with it. That'll be fun. Definitely, we'll do rundowns with that. Try to probably hit that up on expert, and just us 3 and then another 4th, someone from the clan. We hit that up and
yeah,
do work. That should be fun.
yeah. I mean, you can
But if we're
expect.
gonna go talking about the
Go ahead.
yeah, expect us definitely to be running through the beta. But if we're talking, I mean the co-op. But if we're talking about the beta, um, one thing that I hope what this beta shows us, usually the beta that we got in the past, I think it was like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. It was good, because of course it was free. But what was good about it, was that it showed what they reduce with the new melee system. That's sweet. Of course, there was like a few things that we really couldn't complain about, but they were there obviously. But it was good. It was a good beta. Hopefully, those people that missed out get to see it this time. If you have a PlayStation, you get to check it out. You know, go ahead and play the beta, and then come back to us and see if we find the same problems, same issues, or same thing. Leave them in the comments. Let us know. Oh, if you haven't noticed this, then talk about the spawn trapping issues or the matchmaking issues, because that was huge issues in the beta. Even though spawn trapping, when you're doing the spawn trapping is fun, of course it's not fun on the other side. Like that happens to everybody.
Well,
So,
yeah, like the whole mech spawn trapping, like that was a mess anyway, and hopefully they got enough
but
feedback
even
to
in
correct it. So
operations,
yeah, well, I mean,
even in operations, I had it.
yeah,
But
I mean, it definitely did. I mean, I don't know,
Hmm.
like there was ways to get. I mean, if you were good, you weren't gonna get spawn trapped, and that was the way it
yeah,
was. I mean,
yeah,
obviously with the quote unquote matchmaking that was in the beta, there was a
right,
lot of issues with being outnumbered heavily, and I mean, we were outnumbered many times, and we actually did pretty well. And then there was times that we were, we outnumbered the other team, and we completely destroyed them. So. I mean,
right.
matchmaking is definitely going to be a big topic, and we'll see come the second if it ended up getting worked out or not.
What I think about when I think about betas, one thing that I have an issue with most betas that I've been in, the fact that they give us what they have, right? But there's not much feedback that I feel like I give.
Hmm.
Like, if I was a developer giving you a private beta like they gave to us, there should be some type of, okay, here's our Twitter, or here's our,
Well, it had a set
like,
of forums up for the beta, and those
yeah,
were
but
pretty active last time.
like, unless you're like a hardcore person that like me personally, I don't go into many video game forums and like leave comments because I feel like I won't be seen, that that's just me. But like if I was them, I'd go out of my way to put it in the beta to say, okay, here's our Twitter. Even make a personal Twitter account for those people in that private beta. Send Twitter messages to the developers, you know, while the beta is happening. Hey, this is a problem.
Hmm.
Figure that out. Like as soon as we finished, it's crazy. As soon as we finished watching the Uncharted 3 um, demo on Jimmy Fallon a couple weeks ago, uh, Eli, he commented and sent a message on Twitter to Naughty Dog, and they responded quick. They didn't
Yeah, I
have
remember
to.
that.
Yeah,
They
they
didn't have
actually
to respond. But if you're doing a beta, you should go out of your way so that people know that this beta is not only so you can enjoy it, but to give us feedback. And they should be going out of their way to find feedback from us, not the other way
Hmm.
around.
Well, I mean,
You
I,
know.
I, I did kind of do my part at the same time though, because with the video commentaries we did, I did
Hmm.
post the links to that on the official forums on the Killzone website. So
Right.
hopefully, the devs took a look at that and actually paid attention to what we were saying. Because, well, I ain't expert or anything, but
Right.
I will be
And I'm not
shortly. And
faulting.
yeah,
I'm not faulting. Gorilla, because
right.
they do amazing work over there. They
Oh
really
yeah.
do. To have their game take forever to come out and then to make another one in 2 years, it shows that they're on their game right now. So that's good.
So, all right. Well, that'll pretty much wrap it up for the Killzone beta. Then you guys will see some
Next
footage
topic.
shortly. Definitely this Crisis 2 trailer for today.
Ooh-wee.
Ooh.
I know Anise
It
is
was
very excited
beautiful.
about this, so Anise, why don't you go ahead and lead this one off?
Man, I didn't even know anything about Crisis. I mean, I've heard how good it looks. I've heard it's so good that it crashes your PC because you need
Yeah.
so much things for it. You need to have a supercomputer to run it. But I've heard most people have played it. I've only heard good things, and I heard, it was a big thing that it was coming to consoles. People were wondering how is it gonna look, and it looks pretty good. I mean,
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
it
it
definitely
doesn't.
does.
I don't know if
amazing
it
engine.
stands out compared to anything else that
Right.
we've seen so far on the
Um.
PS3,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
since we have
It,
juggernauts like Uncharted basically, which
right.
I mean, comparing even Uncharted 2 to Uncharted or to Crisis 2, I mean, there's to me there's no comparison. Um,
Yeah. Well, comparisons is not fair. Um, it really isn't because when you think of it, it's a multi-platform game. It's even being released on PC, so the limitations between the PlayStation and the Xbox and the PC, they're obviously there, and they have to make sure that it fits all criterias.
well, the only
So
problem with
that's
that is
why.
that there is no limitations for the PC.
Yeah.
Right.
PC. I mean, Crisis
It's
2
forever
flat out is going to
evolving.
look
That's the
gorgeous
main
on a
issue with
PC.
PC at the time, though, is
Right.
because that people have to keep constantly spending massive amounts of money to keep their stuff updated at the time, though.
Right.
But what I mean is that comparing a game to Uncharted 2 that was out, going on 2 years now, by the time that Crisis comes out, at least, if it still can't match those standards on the PS3, then I don't think they have the right to call themselves a graphic juggernaut anymore. And that's kind of like their whole pride in the Crisis games is the visual effects and everything. And I'm not saying that they don't look good. I'm just saying that they're not on the level that they think that they might be at.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I can agree with
Hmm.
you. At the same time, to you know, comparing anything to Uncharted is kind of rough.
Right.
So
Or even like something like God of War 3, which
yeah.
obviously way different genres, but the art style and graphical direction of the games, you
Hmm.
can. I mean, you can't obviously full on head to head compare and contrast those two games as simply because of the genres, but you
Right.
can
Yeah.
compare the art style and graphic level,
But look
and
at the scale of God of War 3.
exactly. And,
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
and look
Compare.
at and still
You
look
can
at
even compare that to
graphic
Uncharted and not even
accomplishments that
see
it
it come close.
achieved.
The scale of God of War 3, Uncharted 2, the scale of it doesn't compare. Graphics wise, Uncharted is still better than everything, but
Mm.
like to compare Crisis is kind of it doesn't really do much of justice to any of them because Crisis, as I've seen from the trailers, it's very fast paced. A lot of things are breaking. A lot of things, and this is only multiplayer that I've really seen. So a lot of things are happening compared to Uncharted. You know, that's very minuscule. There's a lot more stuff happening Uncharted than what I've seen so far. But let's go back to comparisons aside. Crisis 2, it looks good. Um, the multiplayer, it looks very entertaining. It's like I've seen comments. It's a crossbreed between Call of Duty and Brink, or Mirror's Edge. Sorry, and Halo, and that's a
Right.
pretty good comparison. And it looks entertaining to me. We were talking about it earlier to compare this to Brink, which
Yeah.
they have somewhat the
Mhm.
same style of gameplay, a lot of jumping around,
The
crazy
whole kind of
guns.
parkour feel. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, yeah. I think compared to Brink is a very cartoony-esque game. Not to say that it's bad. It does look does look interesting. But to compare it to Crisis 2, I'd say that Crisis 2 looks better. It looks like it plays better, a lot more hardcore, as kind of like a little bit of like Call of Duty, whereas Killzone. I mean, Brink has kind of like a Killzone look to it, which I love, but it's very cartoony. It looks kind of like a Borderlands game also.
I don't know if I go that far. It I don't know. Like, and I can't really say it's fair to compare how something looks to see how it plays. You know, like you're talking about, like it looks like you said, Crisis looks like it plays better. I don't know how that would work, and because I haven't played either one. Have you played either one?
I haven't,
Oh, okay.
but
Well, I'm just
but this
making
is
sure.
opinion.
Well, I'm
This
just
is
making sure.
opinion.
No, because you're talking about
No.
like you're talking about how something looks like it plays. Like you're, I don't know
I
how.
mean, I said the
how
gameplay. I said
how I'm
the. I
saying
said
that, but
what I meant to say. What I meant to say is the gameplay looks like Crisis 2's gameplay looks like it fits to my style of first-person shooters compared to Brink's.
So it's a little more realistic for you then. That you're
I,
going for.
well, I wouldn't
'Cause,
say
like,
Crisis 2 is realistic, but
yeah,
Well,
right,
not
yeah.
realistic, but it's got the realistic feel. Like you could see it in the future, whereas like Brink is more that cartoonish kind
I
of thing, and you're
mean,
like, oh,
it
okay,
has more of a
it's
military shooter-esque in
okay.
Crisis 2, whereas Brink, I don't know the storyline of Brink, but
Oh,
I don't know if
okay.
anyone
So,
it
does, huh? I don't
that
know.
yeah,
yeah,
maybe you should do some reading up then, because
I should, but I'm saying with the look of the graphics and the gameplay, I think Crisis 2 looks more entertaining to me.
I mean,
Um,
anyway, I mean, I don't,
Well, I mean, it's
you
got something
you got a
different than a
torturous
lot of
sports
shooters
going on
do.
right now, bro. You're talking about something that looks more entertaining based on art style. I don't know if I would. I mean, I guess if that works for you, then go for it. What I'm more interested in right now in the fact that Brink is more focused on something like missions and co-op ability and working
well,
together.
we don't know what the game modes bring for Crisis, so
I
it,
agree, but I do know that they haven't announced a single damn thing based on that. Where Brink is, they had developer diaries from over a year ago
yeah.
that
They've
that
been doing work
showcased
on
this
Brink.
stuff. So
It's when is it?
Eh,
something like that. I mean, they both look good in their own aspect. Brink is definitely more of a cell shaded kind of art style, where Crysis
it's
is
it's
clearly not. But
but you can say they're both bright looking games.
oh yeah, I mean they definitely
You
are.
know,
And
True.
I'm sure they're both gonna. Well, I don't know how Brink's gonna do because a lot of people really haven't kept up on it yet. I know I have.
Brink
Well,
looks
because it
Brink
got
looks
delayed till
pretty
all
good.
hell.
Yeah, I agree. And Crysis is already a big name game, so I'm sure that'll sell like fucking hotcakes. But as opposed to something like Brink, at least. But it's something like that. Those hidden gems. Those are the
That's
ones
true.
sometimes, man.
But I'll be honest, I don't think either will sell that much. Maybe on the
Crysis
PC
will.
for Crisis.
Oh,
I don't
Crysis
know.
will. Well,
I don't know.
Crysis is hard to judge because it'll get. Well, actually, probably not because people that can actually run it on the PC, they'll be the ones to buy it.
Yeah,
Because
people
that's
on the
just how they
PC are
are.
hardcore on that, but people on the consoles, this is the
Crysis.
first time they're dipping in there, and it might sell, but I don't think it's
I
gonna.
think if it hypes up enough, which it probably will
It's
because
EA.
it's sold so well on
Yeah,
the.
It's EA.
yeah, they're
They
gonna
know how to
market the shit
hype.
out of it.
They're gonna
Yeah.
market it very well.
I think
it'll do just fine.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it'll be all right. Definitely.
Yeah, it's not gonna be. I mean, we're gonna see about Brink. Brink is from Bethesda, and they don't play either. So
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I don't think it'll nearly have the marketing that
no,
Crysis
it
will
won't.
have, but
No.
It won't.
I mean, I mean,
And that makes a difference compared to
sometimes
most
the
people. Don't
underdog,
think that.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
sometimes the
true.
underdog comes out on top. It just happens
Yeah.
that way. But I mean, they both look great.
One thing being marketed well doesn't mean that it's gonna be amazing. I mean,
I mean, they both look great. I'm sure we'll see a ton more coming up soon, especially with, E3 coming up in a couple months here, so we'll see how it
Yeah,
goes.
that's gonna be good.